There were rumors of Dr. King's faithfulness, speculation that would linger for years and years and would be something Coretta would have to address more than once. Coretta said that when they were dating, Dr. King told her, quote, "I wouldn't marry a woman I didn't trust." His intent behind saying this was to let her know that he envisioned a career where he'd be on the road a lot and didn't want to worry about his wife's comings and goings. He wanted to be with someone who he believed in and could trust, or like, what was the point? She told him she felt the same way. So where would the rumors come from, and why would she have to address them in the first place? Because in the mid-1960s, J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI were surveilling not only Dr. King, but his colleagues as well. Dr. King received audio tapes and an anonymous letter describing some of these alleged indiscretions and hinting that he needed to unalive himself in order for this to not become public. They were also intended to tarnish Dr. King's reputation and destabilize the civil rights movement, as it was clearly gaining a lot of ground. And of course, this was meant to destroy his marriage. However, Coretta reportedly dismissed these attempts as part of a calculated strategy to undermine her husband's work. She told Ebony magazine, quote, "I'm certainly not naive. Martin was human. He was a man, not a god, not some perfect being, and I know that certain kinds of people would have tried to involve him in all sorts of things. But I knew my husband well enough, and myself well enough, not to worry about him." Now, some people assume Coretta was not ignorant to the reality of her husband, but that didn't matter whether she was or wasn't, because her focus remained on the bigger picture, the movement for justice and equality. And truthfully, folks are distracted very, very easily. So if she would have come out and been like, "Yes, I'm aware," what does this do? What does this benefit? Okay, think about it. Regardless, Coretta was a woman of deep faith and a woman of purpose, and she chose to see Martin not as a flawless individual, but as a man dedicated to an extraordinary cause. When Coretta addressed the allegations directly, she emphasized Dr. King's humanity, his commitment to the movement, and their marriage. She wrote in her autobiography, quote, "There was nothing about Martin having sex or anything else that resembled the lies Hoover and his people were spreading." She also told Ebony magazine, quote, "If I ever had any suspicions, and if that had been all I had to go on, I never would have even mentioned them to Martin. I was completely happy, completely satisfied, completely fulfilled in every sense of the word. And I'm sure that Martin was too." Ultimately, she saw her husband as a faithful, loyal man of God that was doing the work of the movement, someone who did not have time for any fallacies. And if he did, he would have confessed his wrongs to her. But that didn't happen. So why believe anything otherwise? What do you think?